kitchen that makes it very faster for food. Elderly, I know he's more than his 50s, that came around. He saw the system, he was so amazed, and he told them, please, can you give me the franchise of this? Let me just go out there and make people buy into this, buy into it. Eventually they gave him, and he was making money. Before you know it, he bought that company from them, the owners. He bought the company from the owner. The first two people were motivated by passion. They were very, very restricted. They didn't want to do some things. That's it. But the other man was motivated by money. All right. So I want to ask you the question again. Are you motivated by passion or by money? Which one is better? I don't really know. But we are going to get into this. Hello, Dixtins. Welcome. I welcome you. I'm so excited to be here tonight, or this morning, or this afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Well, it is assumed to be a pre-recorded webinar because I just want everybody to watch it at their convenience, and I don't want to take too much time. So let's go straight in. So before I do the proper introduction of myself, I need to let you know something today. Very important that I need to let you know something, that there are two ways to succeed at anything. There are two ways to succeed at anything. It's either you're motivated by money or you are motivated by what? Passion. Let me say that again. It's either you are motivated by money or you are motivated by passion. Excuse me. Have you seen the movie about MC Donald? MC Donald. Did I saw the movie? I was so, I begin to understand what this is about. Is that you are motivated by passion or by money? So let me quickly just share the story a little. The owners of MC Donald are two brothers that are passionate about how to make food the fastest way for people to get it. So when you come, they don't want you to stay longer than 20-30 minutes. That's the system that pizza and every other system that they use now. But then it started with them. They started a system in their kitchen that makes it very faster for food to get done. And it was working. People were going there. In the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, their food is ready and they are eating. It was a revolution because there was nothing like that before. But they were only restricted to one location. They have tried another location, but they couldn't manage the two locations and still maintain the quality of the food. You know what they sell now? Burger, ice cream, and all. So there is another man, very elderly, I know he's more than his 50s, that came around. He saw the system, he was so amazed, and he told them, please, can you give me the franchise of this? Let me just go out there and make people buy into this, buy into it. Eventually they gave him, and he was making money. Before you know it, he bought that company from them, the owners. He bought the company from the owner. The first two people were motivated by passion. They were very, very restricted. They didn't want to do some things. That's it. But the other man was motivated by money. All right. So I want to ask you the question again. Are you motivated by passion or by money? Which one is better? I don't really know. But we are going to get into this webinar right now. My name is Quadri Michael, and I'm known as Michael Omar. Michael Omar. That's my nickname. Yes, when I started Tune Me Up, I was motivated by passion. A passion for writing, and it all started from there. I'm going to share you more of the story. Don't worry, keep staying with me. So my name is Quadri Michael, like I said. I am a writer and I'm a builder. You can see that, yes, in my office. The current office that I'm doing this webinar is the one you see at your left hand. And yes, I'm a builder on site. It's very hectic to do the two together. Trust me, very, very hectic. During the day, I'm so stressed out, but I have to work at night. Currently, the time is 12 midnight that I'm doing this webinar. I just have to do it because I now have to go to work the next day. How do I combine my time? How do I do all of this? Construction work, you have to stand in the sun, in the rain, whatever. All through the 8 or 9 hours that you spend there. How do I combine all of this together? I'm going to be sharing that with you in this webinar. If you stay to the end, I have several gifts for you. In this webinar, I want to show you how I started as a writer. I started as a writer. I converted to NGO later, and then to a profitable business. And I didn't start with capital. Trust me, I didn't start with any capital. No money entered into this. Another thing I'm going to share with you is how I helped a business make over 2 million naira through our audience. How many batches of training do we do? Over just 4 or 5, and we made just money for that, for this particular business. I'm going to share with you how I built over 10,000 audience without paid advert. I didn't pay anybody we didn't pay anybody. It moved from my own personal stuff to a community of people trying to achieve something. Also, I'm going to show you how I was able to influence over 200 people to work with me for free. Trust me, a lot of people want to work with me for free. People even put their money into it. I have several of my team members that they want to influence their other members in their team. So let's say we have marketing team, we have content creation team. So in the marketing team, this person wants to influence his own team members to work better. You know what he did? He gave them money. How did I do that? I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to share with you how we register our company under CSC, and we now have two websites. We have 2 websites without paying from our individual pockets. How do we do that? It works. It happens. I'm going to share with you how we're able to convince top professionals to do free trainings for our audience. For free. We do most of the trainings that we do for free for people. We get trainers to come do them for free for us. That is what I'm going to be showing to you today. If you stay to the end, I have several gifts for you. I'm going to be giving you one of, we just launched our store, a web store, www.store.2meup.com. I'm going to be giving you one of the books that I feel you will really, really need. I'm going to be giving you 4 other things, webinars that we have done about if you're a student, if you have a job, some of the things you can do as a student, how you can be a student and make money. As if you have a job, how you can have a side hustle, how you can balance your time when you have a job. Yeah, so if you stay to the end, you will have all these gifts and many more. I have discounts for you for all our mentorship, all our courses. I have discounts for as many of you if you can stay to the end of this webinar. Okay, so let me start this webinar straight away. The keys to my success. How was I able to transition from a writer to a profitable business? I didn't just do it for 2Meup alone. I started my own personal brand, Michaeloma Construction. I realized that I love writing and I'm into construction. So how can I bring that together? How can I just bring that together and make money from it? I started what we call construction journalism. It's the first ever, and I'm telling you today, 5 years from now, you will know what I'm talking. I'm going to share what I have achieved with construction journalism. What I want to do? I want to make sure that everybody that doesn't know about construction get easy information about construction. That's number 1. The professionals in the construction field, get more information from it. That's number 2. Number 3, I want to provide services like land, real estate, that are profitable, not just profitable, that are good for construction and that will be very, very easy to do, best to develop in. I'm going to be providing professional advice, professional expertise regarding construction. That's what I'm going to do. I've started it and it's gaining momentum. I have used my keys for 2Meup and I'm trying to use it for another brand so that you can know that it really worked. And it will always work. Number 1, I listed them out in 5. Number 1 is vision. Number 2 is consistency. Number 3 is I trashed excuses. There are a lot of excuses, but I trash them. Number 4 is continuous motivation and improvement. Number 5 is eagle eyes, attention, and execution. If you ever miss anyone, don't miss number 5. That's like my biggest secret. Number 5. Eagle eyes, attention, and execution. Let's dive in because of time. Let's dive in. Vision. I want you to get that. People, it's now become a cliche. People say vision. But it doesn't cost anything to have a vision that is bigger than you. Does it really cost anything? If anybody asks me what's the vision that I have for 2Meup, my vision I have always dreamed about, not just about dreaming, I've always think about it in my head. It's always here in my head that okay, this is what I want to achieve. I want to make sure that we provide access that will make whoever that is in Tumiop to live well. To live well. So in my mind, how can we go about this? That's the biggest vision. How can we make people live well? Then in my mind, I saw a city, a big city owned by Tumiop. Several things are inside that city. Thank God I'm into construction. I have the picture of it. I have the biggest and the finest residential apartment for the president of Tumiop. The president of Tumiop. Very dynamic place. Then I have several places, so many that time will not even permit me. I have a big vision, and I know it's bigger than me. It's bigger than who I am today. But does it cost anything? Do I have to pay tax to dream big? Do I have to pay tax? No. Do I have to? Let me tell you a story. So there's this real estate young guy. He's a co-founder of Uvest. His name is Bright Shekoni. When he started real estate, he had a vision that before he leaves the company, he wants to make 100 million naira for the company. Somebody that is just starting. And trust me, do you know what happened? Because of that vision, he made that money before he left. You know what he told himself after that? He was always saying it, and he said, I wish I could have just said I will make 100 billion. Because you know what 100 million naira means? It means that throughout his stay in that company, he has, aside from the salary, he has a 10% of 100 million naira. That's 10 million naira as his own profit. You know what that means? Vision. The vision has to be bigger than you. I mean, the you that you are right now, the mindset that you have right now, the vision has to be bigger than that. There's so many visions that I have. I remember when I was going to university, I had a vision that I was going to be the best in class. I had a vision that, when I get to class, I said I was going to be the head of the class. And trust me, I worked towards being the head of the class. The very first day I entered the class, the old students were inside and the lecturer was not around yet. You know what I did? The first time in a class, you didn't know anybody around you because it's a university, of course. It's not like we have known from somewhere. So I didn't know anybody. Everybody was just sitting cool to himself or herself. And I stood up. I went to the front of the class, and I took marker. I was very big and bold, so people would think I'm the lecturer. Everybody was attentive, and I wrote. I think I said reproduction. Building. I was studying building, and I wrote reproduction on the board. People were very surprised. They started laughing when I create a bond immediately, and people started talking beside each other. They started talking and they started communicating. I was cracking jokes. I literally remove that, whatever that is making everybody to stay to himself. I removed it. And so when it was time for people for them to choose the head of class, everybody was pointing at me. It was easier for me. I remember we voted. Another person also chose that he was going to go for this, but after all, I have done something. They've seen something in me that I have done. One last story. I remember that particular time in secondary school, in my primary school, I guess. I didn't know how to. It's not like I've danced somewhere before. Well, I just went for a Children's Day kind of party, and there was a dance competition, and I went out. It's somewhere that I've not been able to. It's not like I've danced so well that I've been learning about that. Trust me, I won that dance competition. I was the winner. The dream. You have to have a vision that is bigger than you. It doesn't cost you anything. So why not dream big? Because that will push you. That was the vision for me. The vision for Tumiop is that we don't just want to get by, we want to live well. And our foremost effort is to help others live well. Anytime I'm sharing this vision to people, they see it and they want to join. That's one way that I attract people into myself. And I attract, the people that work with me. That's the way I attract them to myself, because I feel the first thing is that they want to live well. So yeah, this person is interested in me. Then from there, we will now help others live well. You may not look like what you have dreamed of now, but it is possible. You can get there. See Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. It wasn't that way, and he's like the biggest influencer ever, having over 200 million followers. It wasn't that way in a day. He worked his way through to the top with a big vision in his head. All right. So you may not look like it now, but you are doing this. You can always work your way through to the top. If a vision statement makes people to easily digest what the movement is all about. If you have a good vision, people will easily digest. They will easily relate with you. They will want to work with you if that vision is workable, if it is reasonable, if it is something that people see that it's going to work, they will be able to work with you. So you need to have a vision. How can you achieve this? You need to break it down. Okay, so aside from a vision, we have a mission statement. It makes people to easily digest what the movement is about. I've just talked about that. Use whatever you have at your disposal to start this journey. Use whatever you have at your disposal. Don't mind my English. You know, when I started to me up, the phone that I was using was so much. Look at this. This is even bad. Half of the screen of that phone is gone. Half of the screen of that phone is gone. So I was literally just using the remaining half of the screen. And I was a writer. You know what it means? It means I have to write 400, 500 words, 600 words with that bad phone. Sometimes I have to rotate it left to press R, and maybe I can't press R rotating it left. I have to rotate it right. I have to do this. And there was no excuse. I used whatever I had. Whatever I had that time was my phone and a book and a pen. And that was what I used. I had a big vision, and I broke the vision down into mission statements. Okay, the first year, I want to be able to achieve this. Trust me, every year we begin to achieve our dreams, what we have planned for the year. And every year, step by step, we're getting to where we want to get to. Break it down. Break it down. No excuse. Start from, the little you can. What you have, which you don't wait until you have all that you need. You may never get that. Okay? Alright, that's that about what's it called? About my first point, vision. Let me see if I have anything penned down that I haven't said. Let your vision prepare you to work. My second point. Let's go to my second point. Consistency. Guys, I never stopped. How will I even stop? I never stopped. With that same phone, I got to 100 articles, guys. 100 articles. You don't know what that means. I wrote 100 articles within a year. More than 100 articles. In less than a year, with that same bad phone. But you know what? My consistency earned me a laptop. I got a laptop in a process. Everything worked together. Because they see that, yes, I wasn't going to take no for an answer. I got a laptop, I got a tab, but it didn't started immediately. I had written my 100 articles before all this started coming up. Alright, consistency is the key. Let me give you an example. There's this particular guy that is always doing like this on TikTok. He has over 100 million followers on TikTok now. That guy used to be somebody that they sent off from work. It was a factory work. How much will he be earning as a factory worker? If you convert it to Nigerian money, maybe the highest is 100,000 naira. Today is worth more than what are we talking about? It amazes me when people start something and they say I'm not making money, they leave it. If you really have vision for it, that's number one. You should stay consistent. Having a routine helped me. I had a routine. Because it's not easy for me to be a student, to work, and to also have a side hustle. I work, then I have a side hustle. Not just one side hustle, several side hustles. I work as I partner with a car brand, and we market cars for people. Buyers come, they bring their cars, then online, they send a message online. We get the car, we access the car online, then we sell the car online. You're not going anywhere. The only thing that costs us is data and just few adverts. And we make money. We cash out daily, guys. Sometimes we sell like 7 cars in a day. You know how much that cost? That money. You know what I mean? Yeah, I work with that brand as a content creator, writer. My writing skill that I started that time with that bad phone helped me today. It helped me with that. Several things that I do. In my company where I work as a construction person, they know I'm a writer, and they are giving me, aside from the money I collect from them, I still work as a writer. You know, everything will come in handy. This is 5 years after. I'm not telling you that immediately it started like that. No, it started immediately. My routine helped me. So as I work on construction side, how do I, make sure that everything balanced? That I didn't even stop doing whatever I'm doing at 2 years. You understand? How? Routine is that have time for this, time for that. I know that every day from, let's say, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. I don't have control over the time. My boss can call me. Anybody can call me for this and that. My friends can come around. I schedule my midnight. 6 hours sleep because I like to sleep well. I'm a creative person. I need to sleep. 6 hours sleep. Then I schedule my time to work. By this time I'm supposed to be sleeping. Let me tell you the routine. By 10 p.m. I'm supposed to be sleeping. By 4 a.m. I'm awake. That's 6 hours. 4 a.m. to whenever I'm done. Then I start my workout. 1 hour. Go to work. Routine helps me. You need a routine. If you truly want to be consistent, you need a routine. Not just that. You need to have somebody that will make you accountable. That's my point. That's another point. Accountability is very important. If you don't have anything that's making you accountable, you will stop. You will get tired. You think I used to get tired? See, guys, I get tired so easily. So many times things are not working. My team are always busy with their life. Actually, I'm not giving them money. Well, how do I even get back? I have somebody or something I need to be accountable to. I need to be accountable because anytime I think about the vision, I know that I must not stop out to push better. Anytime I think about the audience that are messaging that we have not been hearing from you, blah blah blah, I don't need to push. Anytime I see the calendar, that something is lagging behind. My calendar used to be on my phone screen saver. That's my screen saver. So when I'm putting it on my phone, I'm seeing it there. I have to just be consistent. You need accountability. I'm going to show you how we can help you to bring all of this together. You don't need to do much of this. We'll be your accountability partner. We'll drill you. And that's why we brought up result-oriented mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity. I'm going to share with you at the end of this. Don't forget that I said my last point is going to be the best point for you. So don't wait. As a writer, I have to read, I have to think, I have to write, I have to do so many things. Those times that I have set for myself, at least 3 hours daily, is not too small to do all of these things. Guys, I have a timetable. This is my office. This is my timetable. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's Sunday. I have things I need to do, and I do that. I balance my time. Consistency. You need a routine. You need accountability. Even if it has to be midnight, I said that already. I always change my routine. Yes, that's another point. I always change my routine. Today, maybe as a student, I need to come back from school early. I change my routine to suit whatever that I am doing in that particular moment. So it doesn't have to be strict to it every time. No, there are times that I switch from midnight to day. Depends on what the condition of things says that at that particular time. Do you understand? So that is how to do. You have to be flexible enough, and then you have to be consistent. Consistency is very key. All right, so let's go to the next point. So I said accountability is making sure something always sets you on your toes. Accountability is making sure something always sets you on your toes. If it's your calendar, if it's a partner, If it's a time boundary, okay, you have to have done this. If it is a fine, you are going to pay fine if you don't do it. If it is because your audience are expecting something from you, all right, accountability is very, very important. It's what makes people to be consistent. Consistency makes success inevitable. That's, trust me. If you are consistent, whether it's 5 years time or 6 years time or 10 years time or 15 years time, success will be inevitable as long as you are consistent. My next secret is you need to trash excuse. Look at that trash can that you're seeing. Anytime you have excuse, just throw it inside that trash can. I'm always busy. I'm very busy. I'm so busy. I'm so tired. Doing what? So you can sacrifice your vision, your future. Think about the future that you want for yourself. Think about your children. Think about, just think about your environment. Think about the landmark you need to set. Think about everything that you need to do. You will notice that you need to trash that excuse. Come on, trash it. Trash that excuse. There will always be an excuse. Trust me, there will always be an excuse. If there's anybody that needs to have an excuse and not to do this podcast today, it's me. Because so much work I've done at work today, and I didn't even plan to do it tonight. I was always postponing. I just told myself, I need to do this right now. People really need to hear this. They really need to see this. What do we always do to garbage? Look at the man. Any garbage, anything that is not useful to you, what do? Throw it away. So anytime you have an excuse, what do? You what? Throw it away. Anytime I have an excuse, what do you do to it? You throw it. Throw it away. Let me give you one story. While I was in secondary school, that was the time my dad, couldn't make up with our expenses. After all, he thought everything was going to be going rosy, like when he started. But at the end of the day, it wasn't like that. He has 9 children to cater for, so it is obvious that there's little he can do regarding me. You know what? I couldn't get books that I need, textbook. You know what I would do? I will borrow textbooks from my classmates that doesn't know how to use it, or that I know they will not use it. Why waste it? Why waste it? I'll just take it, and I'll take it from them, and I'll go and use it for days at home. They won't even remember. The day they remember, they will ask me, "Michael, where's my textbook?" I'll say, "Yeah, he's with me. There was a time one of them, reported to one of my teachers. I thought they were going to beat me. That I was ready. I wasn't going to be. It was something that I was using. I was always reading and all of that. That was not an excuse because my parent can provide this and that. It was not an excuse. There was a time that my parent couldn't afford my school fees. I went to do labor work. Labor. I paid my school fee. When my classmates ask me why I'm not around, I'll tell them that I'm not feeling too well. Guess what I do? After I've finished the whole stressful work, carrying concrete up and down, blah, 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 and I get home, after I've eaten very well, and I like food, after I've eaten very well, guess what I will do? I will pick up my book, and I will read. I will still get to be the best in that class. You know what? No excuse. There will always be an excuse. But what do you do to garbage? You trash it. I have a friend. He finished his secondary school and he couldn't further his school because of the same parent. The parent had issues. The father that he almost, was bringing so many money was sacked. So while trying to get admission, he decided to learn something. So he learned bricklaying. It was ridiculous to the parents. They were like, "No, you can't learn this. As learned family, blah blah blah." He actually went on ahead. He already had the mind that that's what he wants to learn. Today, let me tell you what the guy has done. He's building his house. He's schooling in Unilag, not full time, part time. He's paying for himself and for his girlfriend, or fiance. Let me put it that way. And it's not small money. It's not just small money. He's sending money to his parents. He's sending money to. He always tells me that, "Michael, I know you're into, construction. if there's any way I can upgrade my skill in building, and I will tell him, okay, there's no excuse. Although he's learning something, I think accountancy, but this bricklaying job will not waste. He's using it. He's doing it in a learned way. No what, guys? No excuse. No excuse. The second to the last point that I have is continuous improvement and motivation. Continuous improvement and motivation. If you continue to do the same thing the same way, you won't get a better result. You won't get a better result. You won't get a better. I was a shy boy when I started. I know I was going to be a writer. I'm not just going to be a writer. I'm going to be a public speaker. I'm going to be showing up in people's face. I'm going to be doing this and that. So being shy is not an excuse for me. I have to improve. I have to motivate myself to improve. So I started taking books. I would read books about how to influence people, how to do this. These are the things that I started reading when I started. I would read books. I would watch YouTube videos, do nights up, read, equip myself, improve myself. No improvement every day. All right. Another story. I'm a writer, right? But when I was in school, I always fail English. That's like the course that I always fail the most. You see excellent in my subject. But when you get to English, you either see E or F. Is the only red that you always see. You know how they used to use red for result now. It's only red. So how am I supposed to, how can I even be a writer in the first place? How? I improve myself. I will buy books, writer grammar, several things. I read them. Continuous improvement is the key. You're starting with nothing. It's not an excuse not to progress. Because you're starting with nothing doesn't mean you should not progress. Don't ever try that. Don't ever remain on that point. No, don't ever remain on that point. Find a way to like make sure that you get what you want. Let me give you a story. I have a friend. His name is Demola. After graduating from university, he was confused of what to do. And then he decided I was going to do web design. He didn't know anything about it. It's not like he has been learning it before or something. But you know what? Today, he's cashing out cool cash in dollars. And he learned web design all by himself. All by himself. YouTube, Google, they are very available. Learning all by himself. And so he will send it to all these people outside the country. They will help him. Okay, this is, you are trying. Go and check this. Every resources you need to progress is right there on the internet. Some of them are free, but you need to like make sure you search for it. He said he used 6 months of his life. He said, okay, this 6 months of my life, I don't want to look for a job. I just want to concentrate on learning web design. And that was what he did. Today he's making money in dollars. He has moved to a better beauty, living his life. Learning everything online. If he wants to buy course to learn now, he will buy it. It's not an excuse for him when he started. My cousin that used to do hard work, learn hard work all by himself. Today he's making money in dollars. One work can do it for like 7 hours, 8 hours. Guess how much he sells it? $1,500, $1,500, $2,000. Going up. You understand? Well, his own is after 5 years. Demola's own is after 2 years. Your own can be after 1 year or 6 months. There are several ways to make money now. In 2 months, you have started making money. Affiliate marketing, real estate, as long as it's a connecting business, connecting this person to this person. Very faster. We are going to be sharing this in the result-oriented mentor. I'm going to show you details next. After this last point. Okay, so I've explained how I always fail English and end up as a writer. There are resources, there are free resources on the internet. Go to YouTube, use Nightsub, Anchor FM, that's for podcast. If you want to listen to audio, Anchor FM, download it, podcast. There are several podcasts on Anchor. Go and listen to Vusi Tambo Choir. Go and listen to this sales guru in Nigeria. I've forgotten his name. Several people. Google Podcast. If you go on Google, you see several podcasts. Very useful. If you want to read books, text, go to pdfdrive.com. There are free books there. If you want, yes, we cannot just but promote tomeup.com. You will see free. Wow, so many. Go there, recommended anytime. Go to tomeup.com. Then if you want to have paid one, the one that you want to pay, go to store.tomeup.com. You will see better ones. Google. Go to Google. Google is your friend, not police. If police cannot be your friend, Google is your friend. Go there. My last point. Yeah, standing ovation, guys. Because this is like the best. Eagle eyes. Look at his eye. Look at how he's looking. So focused. Attention. Execution. From the top. Then he executes. Bam. Eagle eyes, attention. Guys, I want you to listen. For the next 5 minutes, I want to tell you how I started, how I graduated to where I am today. Simple tricks. I'm not going to go into the details. In result-oriented mentorship, I'm going to go there. So, like I said, how do I discover my writing skill? In the church, in school, I was made the vice president of the fellowship, and so I needed to do some preaching, do some bulletin for evangelism and all that. So one day during the holiday, I took my pen and my book and I started writing one bulletin. I can never forget the first bulletin I wrote. Do you know that you can control the reach? I have the book here in my shelf. Do you know that you can control the reach? That was the beginning. And I was just looking for a caption, headline that can capture people to read bulletin, because I know that when you collect bulletin, what do you used to do? All these people that used to share this thing around, you don't learn and trade away. I wanted to look for a topic that will make people to be interested, since we are a youth church and people have so limited attention. I started that topic. When I started that topic, that was when I realized that yes, I think writing is my thing, because that day I didn't just write that bulletin. I started writing 2 books. I started writing 2 books. I was writing for hours. That was attention. I was paying attention to myself. That was why I was going, Michael, no. For you to be able to do this, don't you think writing is something that you should focus on? That was how I started. And so when I started that way, I was still continuing to write the books till I graduated in that school. Then later on, myself and my female friend Olamide, we were talking, and we were always talking about several things. Then one day I told her that I want to start sending broadcast messages or messages to people on WhatsApp. To encourage them to do well, blah blah blah. And I started the first day. She was even the one that wrote the first article. She said, I think it's something on virginity, and I published it. I sent it to people in their DM, to groups. And so a lady asked me, said, "Wow, this is nice. I would really like to join you guys." That was the beginning. I was like, "Join you guys." We didn't have anything. We were just doing something. And so when I told my friends, "Okay, let's work on something that people join us," and that was how it started to me. So we started to me for people to join. The lady that said wanted to join us didn't join us, but other people joined. Guess what? Some of those people I was looking up to said, "Okay, I was willing to join you." In 2 or 3 months, 3 people joined. What have I done so different? I was just literally sending articles. People were enjoying it. They wouldn't even respond, but they were enjoying it. So it was time for me to say, "Okay, if you want to join us, contact," and 3 people joined. I was so motivated, guys. And so we started doing stuff. We would talk, okay, what do we do? I remember the first anniversary we did. We went to somewhere, everybody get together. We talked about life. We talked to ourselves. It was internal, nothing. The second anniversary, we went to a school, secondary school, We taught them, we gave them something to eat. We used our money to give people, secondary school, teach them everything. It was so enlightening. Very good, very great time. I hope you're enjoying the story, how this thing comes up. Then there was one day, a friend of mine sent me something, and I saw that some people use WhatsApp status for TV. TV. I joined the TV, and I saw what they were going. These people are misusing this, and I'm going to start a TV for tune me up. I can easily attract people. Blah blah blah. Guys, that was how Tune Me Up started. 09051911988. It was a new number. I took it. I said, no, I'm not going to use my personal account. I want something. I took it from 0 views, guys, on WhatsApp. 0 views. So how do we get people to join us? That was the first question. Aside from articles, but by articles, we get people to join us. Just few. Maybe we started getting like 3 views, 5 views. Then I was talking with my team, and so somebody suggested something related to doing trainings. That was it, guys. We started training. The first training we did was on mobile photography. I didn't know anything about that. I was not the facilitator. It was a friend of mine in school. He said he wanted to do a training, and because he saw that I always write, I could help him get people. And that was it. And I created a system. I said, okay, how can I make sure that we get so many people to join this class? You know what we did? We automate the process. So when we post it out, people will click the link. They'll come to my own Sumi Hub email. When they come there, I say, welcome, blah blah blah. This training, save this number as Sumi Hub. When you do that, type this. Automated. They will type it. And when they type it, I'll say, okay, you know what you do? Can you post this thing on multiplication? For that training, it made us have over 100 views. What am I saying? We had like 3 group chat filled. That's about 700 people. And all of them saved that number. And they keep coming. That was the breakthrough for us. The first training. That was the reason why we started training on Tume. It was never part of the plan. But attention, eagle heights. How do I know how to automate on WhatsApp? I saw that the TV were automating stuff. And I go on Google how to automate WhatsApp. And I saw several things. And I check through, review the one that I want. Pick it. Guess what? It was the one that the TV were using, and it was working very fine. If I were to be somebody else that is business minded at that time, I would have done a course that time. How to automate WhatsApp. How to run a WhatsApp TV that will make you get 150 views in 3 days. You know how to do those stuff. I'll have been making money, but it was not part of the plan then. It was not part of the plan. It was from writing. Then because we saw that we are always giving people free stuff, it turned to NGO. So guys, that was how we started training. We train. Then I will post it on the status, and people started engaging, started bringing activities. Guess what? The members that started with me, they left on the way. Life happened and they need to go. But because we have built more people started joining. Graphic designer, several people, and things started getting easier on my end. I don't need to do many of those things again. That was how I started. Then later on, when I started, I had one blogspot.com. Later on, through this training, I wanted to teach people, because people always scam people. Especially when they want to learn, what they want to learn. Let's say forex trading and crypto. So I said, okay, how do we make sure that we are teaching them the legit things, and and it is free? So I bumped on some of my friends that do crypto. They thought about crypto. Then I bumped on somebody that was teaching forex. And that was it. So he said, okay, I'm willing to teach your audience. Guys, I said, okay, if you want to teach my audience, I need to know if you are real, blah blah blah, because he said he has a paid class. He said, okay, no problem. He added me to his paid class. The paid class that cost 30,000. I was able to ensure that he added me there for free. Look at this journey. Look at the journey. He added me for free. And so when I realized that everybody was getting value in the class, we plug him in. And that was when he told us that, okay, for anybody that paid 30,000, we're going to give you affiliate fee of 30%. That was the first time Tune Me Up is going to make money. It was never part of the plan. Everything started unfolding. The vision will not unfold at once. You wouldn't even know where it is going to, but you're just working, making sure that you are progressing. Then it started unfolding. Ego eyes attention. I pay attention to everything I see. That's the secret. Everything I see, I pay attention to it. I started doing it. So like I was saying in that story, I hope you're enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, make sure you drop a comment. Anywhere you are seeing this video, drop a comment. If it's on YouTube or if it's on our website, make sure you get our courses. That's the way you can pay us. Make sure you share it to people, your friends, your family. Do you think they really need this? Everybody needs to hear that. Very important. So that was how we started. The first training, 10 people paid. Okay, we gave people discount. So instead of 30,000, we said since we are collecting 6,000 per person, it's no problem. Let's give people 2,000 as discount. 10 people paid. And then let's say we had 50,000 from the first training we did for the academy. First training, 50,000. What do? We only need to bring people to join the class. The academy is going to do the training, do everything. Just bring people in. And we got 50,000. That was the beginning. That was the first time we rewarded the team members. And I told them, at that time we have just 5 team members left. The 200 has left. Just 5. Very consistent. And we shared it 10,000. They were so happy. It was during the corona period time. Guys, during the corona period time. During the corona period time, we were making money. Very interesting. So with that money, the first one we shared it. The second time we started saying that we don't need to continue to share this. We need to improve. So we started saying let's run our CSC. So that we more recognized and all that. We run our CSC registration. It was the cheapest. That was where we converted from NGO, because when we asked about NGO, it was costlier than business name. Business. So we said, okay, we can convert from NGO instead of doing the costly one. Just make sure we register our account. So that was why we converted to business. But we had this particular aspect that we give free values. The two were there. So that was how we converted from being writer to NGO to business. So when we converted to business, we realized that we can monetize some things. Since people are already taking us for granted. How do we get a website? At the time we said, we needed a website aside from the blog spots that we are using. Do you know Linda Ikedi, that is a billionaire now, started with Blogspot? She started with Blogspot, blogspot.com, something.blogspot.com. You can check blogspot.com if you want a website. You will be able to create a free website. She started with that, and then she got her own, and now she's a billionaire as a blogger. That's how it is. So we started with that, and we needed the website. So we put it out there that if you really want to design a website for your upcoming, 2 people came in. One came in first, and he started because he's just learning, so he's using our own website to learn. So I already typed out what we want as our interface. I didn't know anything about web design, but I have the idea of what we want to achieve. So I typed it out. I've visited several websites, see what is spectacular about it, typed everything out in PDF. So I sent it to him, he started working on it. But it was taking too long, and we didn't have a domain name and all of that. Then another person bumped in and said, okay, I can help you do this for this. He started negotiation. And that was how we started our website. We didn't pay anything for the design. The two. All we need to pay for is the domain name and the hosting. We got 2 websites. Through one of our audience that has benefited from us and is sealing a deal with us. Guys, today we are making money. We started result-oriented mentorship. We are starting affiliate marketing. We are going to be bringing people to make money immediately they join our academy. They will be making money immediately. That's what we want to do. Starting affiliate marketing, starting how to do less. That's what we are going to do. So if you join our academy, you are going to what? You are going to start making money immediately if you put in the work. Because affiliate marketing is the key, guys. I'm going to be sharing all of these things in the wrong result-oriented mentorship. There are people out there that what they do is just connect people to buy this particular thing that is going to be useful for them, and they are making as much as 50-60% 40%, 50%, 20%, 10%. Luxury items like real estate. If I sell 100 million worth of house, I'm getting 10 million. So I'm going to be sharing all of this so you can make money while you are learning. It's easier now. It's easier. Just wait, make sure you wait till I talked about result-oriented mentorship. I publish over 100 articles in my first year of discovery of my writing skill. I make sure I publish one article per week. Yeah, I talked about that. I make money in the process. Sweet money, cool money. I told you about that. Now it's time for result-oriented mentorship. We started result-oriented mentorship because a lot of people will just come to our DM and say, I need money. I need this, I need that, I need this. It's so stressful, guys. When I hear some people's story, sometimes when I was the one handing to me, when I hear stories like this, I'll just feel down to the end of the day. I couldn't do anything because people are really going through a lot. So we started something called result oriented. Okay, how do we make sure that people started from the scratch? How can we build in how we started to me? How can we just make sure that people start from the scratch and develop and grow into the future they want for themselves? And that was how we started result oriented. Result only. That was how we started. Sometimes today, two people, I decided to chat with two people, and you know what they were telling me? Say, I've tried different businesses. I tried pre-order, it's not working for me. I even joined training. I even did this. When I had that, I said, wow, I feel pity for them. They are just going from fry pan to anywhere to money. No, it doesn't have to go that way. So like I started in the beginning, when I started in the beginning of this, I said, are you motivated by money or by passion? There are two different things. Some people just want the money and they want it immediately. Yes, people do that nowadays, but it's not really immediately. It just takes a shorter time. And you think it's not immediately. You need to take the work. You need to go through you need to give yourself that time to make that money. You need to give your time. You need to put effort. If you think you need to learn something and it should require money, if you can get the money, if you can look for a means to get money, try get the money. But if you want to learn it all by yourself, try learn it. But delayed gratification. Let me say that. Delayed gratification. Gratification. That's it. That's the word. Gratification. If you have to starve for some times to get what you want, do it. So what is result-oriented mentorship is about? Only the first batch has 3 things that you can get from it. Number 1, we want to help you see what you have passion for. That's the first thing. The first thing I discovered was my writing skill. So we want to help you to discover that thing that is so special about you. And that is career clarity. So career clarity is a course on its own. If you are watching this after the first batch, it's most likely the career clarity coach has been removed from the mentorship package. But this first batch, they are together. Alright, so we'll take you through a process that I have been using for people that I feel that it worked for me. I've been using for people, and we'll help you to discover what is about you. Is it marketing? Is it sales? Is it this? It is very sure that at the end of the process you are going to know what is special about you. That's not just it. We're not going to leave you to that. No. Number 2, that is where the mentorship comes in. We are going to mentor you. Okay, give you what you need. Make it available at your disposal. And so the mentorship has a lot of things in it. So we give you 2 live sessions per week, something like this. I'm going to be going more deeper. Okay, marketing, this is how I work. I'm going to go deeper. We are going to be doing debates, talk about several things about life, about business, about money, debates, competition, research. How I get my stuff done, how I talk to people, how I influence people. Several things are going to come in. In mentorship aspect, you are going to get a whole lot. That's not all. Number 3, there are going to be master classes, giving you the exact way to do some things. Okay, marketing. I'm going to teach you how to do marketing, how to do this. blogging. I'm going to teach you how to blog because you need content, content creation. I'm going to teach you how to make money in the process, guys. You can start making money immediately. If you join Rom, you can start making money. Let's say in after 1 month. Don't let me say immediately so that you can say, but you say you make money in. The offer is right there. If you visit our our WhatsApp, ask for it. I will show you everything that we listed. Don't miss it. This first batch of rum is going for 3,000. Very ridiculous. Very, very ridiculous amount. When myself and my team were discussing it, we have 10 people in this. I had to recruit people that I know that worth it. Right? They said no, with all these things that we are giving, no, it shouldn't be less than 20,000. I said no. Let's do this first batch. At least, if not for free, at least the least. And so they say the least we can go is 10,000. 10,000. I said, oh. Then later they say we can give them discount of 5,000. Later, now we are doing 3,000 for. Depends on where you are seeing this. Probably might be more than that. So you need to go to our WhatsApp and ask about it. You need to join ROM. If you are very confused about the business to do that will make you money. If you already know the business to do, but you don't know how to go about it, or you have been going about it, but it's not really bringing so much income, or you want to just scale your business, or you just want a better life for yourself, or you want to connect more with people, I don't know if you understand, it's a mentorship membership program. Everybody is working together to achieve our goals. So you need to join. Get this offer using any of the options below. Go to store.tumio.com or you message us on WhatsApp. That WhatsApp number. Message us there. Tell us to send our account details on WhatsApp, or you ask for what Rob is going for. Make sure you get that offer. Make sure you get that offer before it's too late. Thank you guys. I hope you learned in this training. Kindly share far and wide. Copy the link to this, share it with your friends and family. That's the best you can do to some of them. When they see it is more than the money that you want to give to them. Make sure you share to at least 5 people. Groups. Make sure you share. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you all.